Hello, community. My name is Doreen Matthews, and I am the founder of FPA Foundation. FPA Foundation stands for Force for Progressive Advocacy. We are an activist advocacy organization that focuses on foster care reform, and we are also a national organization. So today, February 26th, I'm doing this video because I'm reaching out to each state. Because I want each state to let your voice be heard around this issue pertaining to the child welfare system. Um, I'm quite aware that many people are not aware of the injustices that are taking place on a local, state, and federal level. And we really need to bring attention to this issue because we need to hold people accountable. Um, so what I'm asking you guys today is a call of action. Each state, I need for you to, send in your video, your name, the state you come from, and what are the issues that you're having in your state, so that we can post these videos up and we can get them out to the appropriate people in Congress, as well as your elected officials, to show that this is a national issue, and we all need to come together to stop this type of injustices, to stop our children and families being torn apart. We need justice on this issue, and right now justice is not being served. There's a lot of lies, and like I said, there's long-term damages that are affecting the lives of our children and families. We got to get Congress involved, because Congress has to come to grip that this is a national problem. Each state nationally is being affected by the child welfare system, and no one will fix it until the people who are working, the people who are making the policy, decide to fix it. And they're not going to fix it until we put the pressure on them to fix this problem. We must put the pressure on the public. We must put the pressure on the press. We must put the pressure on our elected officials, also the oversight entities such as law enforcement, anyone that's in government, anyone that's in a power of authority. We must bring awareness to this issue and put the pressure on it, because that's responsible government. And it is the duties of our elected officials to make sure that the citizens are protected. We voted for them. And if the elected officials are not willing to step up to help the citizens, then they don't need to be in office. We must take a stand even against elected officials, because this is why we voted for them. We voted for them to be the voice for us and to help us when we go to them with these situations. So if these things are being overlooked, then we must take action. Action has to be taken on every level. Action against the government, action against the council members, action against your media. Anyone who opposes to not expose this or try to help this situation, we must fight against these systems, because this is the only way we're going to have justice. Because a lot of people are afraid to speak out. A lot of taxpayers out here, they don't really know where their taxpayer dollars are going to, and because a lot of people that are being affected are some people that are that live in poverty. Some people who can't afford to get attorneys. Whatever the situation is, it doesn't give government a right to abuse our children and families. And like I said, when the citizens of the United States of America rights are being violated, and when we start to feel that we are unprotected, and this is how we feel now, we are unprotected by the child welfare system, and they are able to come in and do whatever they want to our children and families. We can't allow that, people. We must take action. We must speak out. We must speak to our senators. We must speak to our elected officials. We must speak to anybody that's in that position of power and organize the people around this issue. And even if you are not affected by this issue, I ask you to get involved. Go to YouTube. You'll see nationally, each state, people are talking about how they've been affected by the child welfare system. You got a lot of parents whose children have been taken away and put up for adoption, and they have never seen their children again. Their rights being violated. You got youths in foster care not getting supportive services. They're being molested, raped. Some of them are aging out to homelessness. Where is the accountability? You take a child away from the parent and say that the parent is not fit, and put them in a government agency, and then place the child in another situation where you're putting this child at harm, And when something happens to this child, no one has anything to say about it? No, that is unacceptable. We need to hold our government accountable. Foster parents that are licensed by the state, when they speak out, they're being isolated. There's a national call that there's a shortage of foster parents. There's a shortage of foster parents because the way they are being treated by these foster care agencies. This is not being spoken about. And this is why you have a shortage. You have agencies discouraging the community from becoming foster parents. And once they become a foster parent and get into this, they see all the politics and bureaucracy that's going on inside the agency. They're getting false allegations, and then they can wind up getting their own child taken away. So a lot of people quit or they get out of it because no one wants to jeopardize their own family. And these are the issues that are not talked about when it comes down to the foster parents. They constantly keep painting a picture of bad foster parents. Yes, they are bad foster parents, and then there are some good ones. There are a lot of good foster parents. But we need to focus on this child welfare issue as a whole because everybody in this system is being affected. The parents are being affected. The youth are being affected. The foster parents are being affected. Everybody is being affected by who? The child welfare system. So again, where is the accountability? Accountability for ACS, CPS, DHS, whatever you want to call them in your state. Where is the accountability for the foster care agencies, the contracted agencies that they have in your city or state or in the communities that's supposed to be helping these children and families? I think all of these foster care agencies, they have these wonderful missions of their mission is to support children and families, but their missions are a lie. Most of these agencies are doing damage, severe damage to the children and families. And they do a good job of covering up these situations. And you can't fight them alone. So that's another thing. It's a lost battle. You can't go in there fighting them alone because they're going to lie on you. They're going to force documents. So you got to either videotape the situation and have the proof, or you have to be affiliated with a group or start your own group. In order to fight these entities, you need to join an organization or start an organization because you can't do it by yourself. So the key to doing this is organize the people around this organization. Start your own coalition, child welfare coalition, whatever you want to call it, and then start organizing people in your state around this issue. But I ask you, we are willing to partner. We are asking for alliances right now. Please contact us, 646-402-6133, or you could contact us on our national hotline number, 1-888-692-9471. We are willing to partner with any agency right now that's willing to fight against the child welfare system. Please contact me. My name is Doreen Matthews. You can send me an email, unitedfosterparents@yahoo.com. But we must not let them silence us. We must stand up and fight because all you have is your rights at the end of the day. And when you have families being torn apart by a system that claims to protect, there's something wrong here. We must act. So today, this is our call to action. We must not be silent. Our voices must be heard is our motto. www.fpa-foundation.org. Please, community, come forward, join this cause. And even if, like I said, if you're not affected by the child welfare system, please get involved with this cause.